Welcome back, YouTubers, to my channel of an everyday encounter in an ordinary life. I'm Nasby. As you're fully aware, I'm doing the Introvert and Extrovert series right now, and in the last piece I was just hopefully cutting up the loose ends of the part 2 of the why introverts are misconceived by others, pretty much, and this just includes in general of how people may think about introverts in general, and also just finishing up the loose ends in a way of those last few questions of the 9 that I missed out on, which I humbly apologise. So in all further ado though, I'm going to be talking about in this part of this part 4, I think, with Absu in the series. Part 4A maybe, pros and cons when dating an introvert. So as you know, this will be breaking down into different categories: flirting, conversation, communicating, socialisation, and obviously conflicts, which is a real 5 main key areas that we need to look at when it comes down to the pros and cons of dating an introvert. So, in number 1, flirting. The pros to this is you won't have to manage your partner's aggression or even worry about what he or she is thinking or about to say to you, pretty much, or as obviously grabbing your attention first and scanning the room for someone else to escape to talk to. Extroverts, however, on the other hand, you've got to remember, may make us introverts feel like that or another face in the crowd, and that whereas for us introverts, we solely focus on the person that is in front of us, which is you, and only you, due to our loyalty that lies within you, or lies in us to share out with you. However, the cons of dating an introvert: you may be stuck in initiating contact, you can be using body language, connecting with your eyes, smile and face. Red flag. However, on this red flag case scenario, when there's a one-sided flirting going on, it can go so far into the other may give up and say this is too much of a hard work for this person to be with, and then they'll just end up obviously kaputting themselves by cutting off the date and just say it's over. Number 2, conversation. For this one is pros. Are you interested? Quality over quantity. Introverts think before they speak, however, and extroverts obviously often think by talking. Introverts tend to save their words of what they want to say for something that is important and prefers to talk one-on-one with you if something of matter or value to them that might interest you. The cons to this one, however, is it's a good chance you'll have to carry the conversation on than you would like to. Number 3, communication. The pros to this is action speaks louder than the words. Judging the person's action more than a communication style can really tell what the person's is really like. Cons: if your love interest won't communicate with you when you need it in the way you need it to be, then this can make you feel really lonely, frustrated, and all the other mixed feelings, and then you may just tend to think, why am I bothering with this person in general? A red flag to this, though, is obviously in everyday relationships and any is a give and take factor. If someone's lacking of action and communication leads you to seriously doubt about your interest or their interest at heart, maybe it's for their time for them to step up or step off. Number 4, socialising. The pros to this for dating an introvert: your schedule won't be hijacked into the introvert's needs to involve them in conversing with them, activities-wise, or what have you. Quiet time with an introvert, however, will mean more time for you both to bond and develop a mutual relationship, and then basically with that mutual relationship, be it if it was a friendship level, it can increase to basically a deeper level if you want it to be. And it can develop intimacy, which will then serve a budding relationship, giving you time for yourself as well to get to know you and what have you. The cons to this, however, you got to remember is your social agenda may be limited for when you have the match fit to the introverts. However, some may be shyer than others. They may or may not crave for solitude or attention. Just encourage us introverts, however, to socialise with others now and again. You don't want to force the introverts into the deep end of socializing there and then sort of thing, because it's all about learning about each other, how we work around each other, of our quirks and traits and whatever else it may be in this day and age, so that hopefully we can fit in and blend in, as well as just to, you know, accept each other's differences. As I said in one of my videos based on relationships, accepting each other's differences. Excuse me. Still a bit blocked here. When it comes down to, though, however, when you do now and again want to encourage us to socialise now and again, this will hopefully break a bit of the ice for us and actually come out and actually come to a place where we may feel comfortable around you and others around you, you know. Even if, you know, we're trying to be ourselves regardless, you got to just understand that. And the last not least of this part of the topic is conflicts. The approach to the conflicts is, as you know, us introverts' response. While it's slow in coming, this will lead to a thoughtful one. But the con to that, however, of the conflict when dating an introvert is, if you need to work something out straight away, right, good luck. We introverts pretty much need time to process every information before we respond back to you, so that even though you may find it frustrating to the core that you want to pull your hair out and that at us just because we're taking our time, pretty much, and then you get frustrated to the core that we revisit what happened maybe 3 days ago with that conflict just to digest it all and actually hopefully maybe really digest it and bring it out back to you, questioning you, hopefully hoping that for the matter of that we can get through it all, you know, and that no matter what we will be able to, you know, think, because as you know, we're usually the peacemakers, however, whereas you guys probably ain't. It's normal and healthy to have arguments now and again in a relationship, because this is a natural part of it. But sometimes, or shall we say majority of the time, when it comes down to arguments, it needs closure. You know, diffuse the situation if have to, and all that, or whatever the situation being, you gotta look at both angles, on both sides of the party of the coin, between you and the person you're with. Obviously, the I's shouldn't come before the me's, you know. You shouldn't put the blame thinking it's all about them, they're the one that caused the conflict time and time again, like a repetitive cycle. Like, I've had this 9 times out of 10 in one of my past relationships, basically, that the finger was pointed at me, that I was the problem and all that, and majority of the time I was just trying to think to myself, you know, as I was going away, you know, to myself, was I really? Looking back at it, I could have been, I don't know, but past is past anyway. But the last not least but part of it, this though, red flag. If there is constant arguing between you both, you know, when it happens, well, no closure has been made, however, or the diffusing of the situation, whatever the case may be, then nothing can and will be resolved, as this will then lead to resentment, you know, unhappiness, distrust, and all these other feelings that will wound up. And obviously many people may think it's not true, but it does. Anyway, this ends basically part 4A, maybe, or B of my pros and cons when dating an introvert. Give me a like or thumbs up for support, basically, guys. Share my videos around when you can, if you can. You know, subscribe to my channel if you haven't done so. You know, also feel free to comment below. Also, just maybe comment on my Ask Me Answers All on my Facebook community page that I've been trying to hopefully share more videos up there as well, even though I've been out of action for a while, or as they say, MIA, for a while, for a time, for a reason. If you guys have been following on my Facebook page of it, humbly apologise, but you know, sometimes some people do need their time out period, but hopefully you guys will understand me to a point where, you know, these things happen and we'll just get on with it. Anyway, thanks for watching, guys, and I'll see you all soon.